It's TOT time. How's it going? Welcome to another This Old Tank. I'm your host, LR Brett. And today I'm going to show you a different tank besides something that's usually a little more pristine, has a lot of plants, this, that, and the other. It's a little different and it's a little more natural. So we're going into the utility room today. Now the tank that we're looking at is this 40-gallon breeder. Now I know it looks like it's a mess and it just looks like a wreck. But this is actually mulm and detritus just kicked up everywhere. And it's actually holding on to like little strands of algae that's on the front of the glass. Now if I would clean that glass, it would look a little better. But it's actually been about 3 weeks since I've done a water change. And this is actually hair algae, which it's been dying ever since I put this pearlweed in it. It seems to be balancing it out a little bit. But the reason why this tank is so dirty, well, you just saw briefly why this tank is so mulmy and dirty like that, is these Sterbai cory cats. They're constantly sifting and kicking up the sand. There's actually a pair in there, male and female. They love to hide in this algae and underneath that log. You can see all the little paths that they go through from just sifting through the sand. So if you got an old mature sanded tank, throw some cories in there and they'll help clean up that sand for you. But you gotta do your water changes to stay up on the mulm. Now it is getting on my fuchsias and my anubias, but they're still growing, they're just dirty. If I had like an auto sinkless or a pleco in here, they would actually help balance all of this that's going on. And a big reason why I'm kind of showing this is because a lot of people I know in the hobby that says that mulm can kill fish, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not true. Fish in the wild actually graze off of mulm. Matter of fact, if you look right there, there's a bunch of baby fry in here. Now those are a Marai rainbow fish fry. They're still itty bitty, but they can live off of whatever's eating all this mulm and detritus, or even the mulm and detritus itself. I do got a couple of floaters in here. I've got some water lettuce, which I'm not a big fan of floaters just because they get in the way of the light and then the plants on the bottom. But with all this mulm and just trying to balance things out and trying to work this hair algae out naturally, I ended up sticking some of those in there. And to see what it does, since I'm on a FERT schedule now too, I mean this is great for them. Like these cories, they love to bed in this algae. But at the same time, I could probably get this tank aesthetically looking better. But aesthetics aren't always everything when it comes to keeping aquariums, especially when you're breeding stuff. It's not always all about looks. Like this is perfect breeding ground for almost any type of fish. And what actually started this was a bunch of moss, and I wasn't doing any FERT, so I wasn't feeding my moss. So when that happens, hair algae will usually take over. Also, hair algae could be part of excess nutrients as well. So if you got a whole bunch of iron and not enough plants to actually consume it, everything's off balance, hair algae will take place as well. And you can just see mulm falling down from me just kicking that water lettuce. But you know, it's not a perfect tank by any means, obviously. I'm surprised she has sat there this long. She must not know I can see her, because she usually hides in this log. And this is actually a log from the backyard. I just threw it in there. I think it was oak or something. And the Nubius in here is Cophifolia. I'm not sure what this bush is. I think it's a Catherine. And that is a Skeleton King back there, I believe. And I do have T5 lighting on this tank. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of all my T5s and just go with LED. I don't have any problems with LEDs, with green water or anything like that. And I don't need my tanks to grow real fast. The reason why I do have some with T5s is because I was trying to grow some plants fast. But, you know, it doesn't always happen that way. This is what this tank looked out to be. Like, this was actually all full of moss. If you look back, way back in my tanks, when this, especially when this was a black rose tank. So a lot has changed over time. And it all depends on life and how much you have to do, you know. I got plumbed in, got the little lid thing on the top. And I do have a rock down here, so whenever the water comes down real fast, it can disperse on this rock without kicking up the sand everywhere. Alright, so there you have it. That's this week's This Old Tank. And it's kind of a messy one. But if you guys enjoy this content and want to see more, I've got a ton of tanks I can do. And I am trying my best to stay up with these videos. It gets hard dealing with all these tanks to do so. But I will keep coming out with more. So, if you like this, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can see all the videos that are coming up, because I guess YouTube's algorithm and stuff don't really show you all the videos if you're not hitting the notification bell. So if you want to see them all, do that. There's tons of projects always going on, all kinds of stuff, getting new stuff in, rare stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff. Planning on going to more clubs, conventions, all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, may learn something. Until next time, everybody, peace.